Hi, in this video I'm going to be using these formulas, Tyler basic formulas. You already know it. If you don't know, pause the video and then review. And now I'm going to be using this properties, smaller properties. Okay, let's start. So in this video, the goal is to solve this exercise 8. So we need to solve exercise 8, number 5 and 8. Okay, let me move it a bit. Okay, 5 you can see. Okay, now question number 5, I'm just gonna write it here. Question number 5. So we have jx and it's equal to 1 plus x, 1 over x, and we need to calculate that, find the Taylor expansion up to the second order. Okay, so this is the question, and now let's continue solving this. Okay, before we solve this, I want you to memorize this formula. If you have a to the b, it's equal to e b ln a. So this is the formula, one of the formula we'll be using in this problem. So in this question we have 1 over 1 plus x to the 1 over x. So in the power, what do you see? Do you see x? No, it's not x, it's 1 over x. Because it's 1 over x, we will be using this formula. It's important, it's because of the power. Okay, so we have 1 plus x is equal to 1 over x. So this is equal to, according to this formula, 1 over x ln 1 plus x. Agreed? Okay, let's continue. And now, according to Taylor basic formula number, which one was it? Number 5. Because we need the second order, we just need to write e to the 1 over x. And here we need ox square. We just need to write the second order, and that is okay, x minus x squared divided by plus o x squared, right? And now if we continue, e to the, you multiply this one, and you're going to have 1 minus x over 2 plus 1 over x times this one will be ox, because x squared cancelled by x, it's x. But the thing is, right now, do we have ox squared? No. That's why you stop here, because this is wrong. You stop here. On the final this happens, you need ox squared. How can we fix this? So you don't write this on the final. I'm erasing this. Now you continue from here. From here to here we went up to the second order. That's the reason, I mean, in order to avoid this, we need to, it's from here to here, we need to go to the which order, second or third? Yes, it's the third order, and then see what happens. And if you go to the third order here, you have x, that was the formula, x minus x squared divided by 2 plus x cubed divided by 3 plus o x cubed. And now you know why. Okay, now you can see it. It's equal to, if you open the bracket, 1 minus x divided by 2 plus x squared divided by 3 plus o x squared. Right now, because we have ox squared, everything is fine. We can continue. And now in this case, look, very important. If you think that, I mean, if we say this one is u, this one is, because we have the formula e to the u, e to the x, I mean, we can say this is u. If we say this is u, u tends to 1 in this case, because you have 1 here, because x approaches 0, its limit, it goes to 0 and it's gonna be 1. That's why it tends to 1. That's why we cannot use the formula, we cannot use this formula number 2. So in this case, what do? You have seen this before on the previous video. What you can do is, now you don't have to type this on the final test. No, you don't have to type this on the, you don't have to write this on the final test. What you can write this as e to the 1 times e to the minus x over 2 plus x squared over 3. Let me focus the video, okay, plus ox squared. And right now, if you say that this is u, and this is tends to 0, this is important, as I mentioned before. Tending to the 0 is important, otherwise you cannot use the formula. Okay, this tends to 0, and what we're going to do is we write e and multiply in here. So we need what is it, o square, right? So if it's e, according to formula number 2, it's equal to 1 plus u plus 1 over 2 factorial, or u square divided by 2 factorial plus o u square, right? And you continue, e times 1 plus, what is u, x over 2 plus x over 3. You don't have to write this one in this case. And then plus 1 over 2, and what is u, minus x over 2 plus x over 3 square. I'm writing this one, and this gives you ox square. Okay, if you don't understand this, watch the previous videos please, because I explained very clearly there. I'm just doing it a little bit faster. Okay, now in this case, this is equal to e to the 1 minus 1 over 2x plus 1 over 3x squared. I wrote until here, and this one plus 1 over 2. I have, look, and if it's more than, if the power of x is strictly greater than 2, because it's the second order, I'll skip it, I don't have to write it. And this is gonna be minus x over 2. Its square is x squared divided by 4. You can write it, but if you multiply this, it's x cubed. You don't have to write it. And then 2 times, and this is square x to the 4. You don't have to write it. So o x squared. And now what's the final answer? What's the final answer? Now you calculate it and you multiply e in bracket, and then it's going to be e minus e over 2x, and then you can simplify this one, and plus that's going to be 11 e24 x squared plus ox squared. So this is your final, okay, sorry, now you can see it. Okay, now this is your final answer. You can stop here. So on your final test, you don't have to write the formula. They already know this. So you can write this one, and then you continue from here. And then you don't write this one, but you write this one, u tends to 0. And you write this one, and you get the full score, I'm sure. And now number 8. The next one we have, what is it? mx is equal to cosine x sine x. Oh, it's quite complicated because it's the fourth order. Okay, so we have cosine x sine x. Remember what we did in this one, in 5? You focus on the power. What do you see in the power? What is it? Sine x, right? It's not just x, it's sine x. That's the reason why you must use this formula. So you can write this as e to the sine x ln cosine x. Okay. And in here, in ln, you don't see anything like 1 plus x. We have cosine x here. That's the reason why first we take care of cosine x. So e to the sine x here, and then ln cosine x, 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square. I'm using the formula, basic formula, plus x to the 4 divided by 24 plus o x to the 4, right? And then I continue. Right now I'm gonna mention this, it's u, and u tends to 0. I don't know the other professors, but the Professor Uvra, he wants this, it's important, you must write this, u tends to 0. Okay, if you want to get the full score, then e sine x, and then we have ln this. So in this case, look, if it's u, you take the, let's say, first order. So according to the formula number 5, okay, when I say formula number 5, I mentioned this in the previous video. I'm referring to these formulas. Formula number 5, this one. So you must have it next to you. So according to formula number 5, you have u, like u minus, what is u? Minus x squared divided by 2 plus x to the 4 divided by 14. This is u. Minus 1 over 2 u square. What is u? Minus x squared divided by 2 plus x to the 4 divided by 4 square, right? And now in the formula it's 1 over 3 u cube, but if u cube is x square cube, it's gonna be more than 4. That's the reason why you don't have to write this. So you just write plus o x to the 4. The next terms will be absorbed by o x to the 4. So it's easier now for us. So let's continue then. E to the sine x. So this is, what is it, minus x squared divided by 2 plus x to the 4 divided by 14 minus 1 over 2. And look, if you calculate the square, x square, its square will be x to the 4. So we need to write it because it's the first order. So it's gonna be minus x squared divided by square. And this square will be x to the 8. We don't need to write. And 2 times ab, 2 times this, it's x to the 6. We don't need to write. So cool. And now, okay, let's continue into the sine x. So what is next? Okay, instead of this, I can expand sine x now. Time to attack sine x minus x cubed divided by 6 plus o x to the 4. Okay, and here this one. This one is gonna, I need one bracket here. This one is going to be minus x squared divided by 2 minus x to the 4 divided by 12 plus ox to the 4. Okay, I continue, move a bit up. Alright, and now after this, what can I do? I just multiply. Look, it's the important part, please focus. X times this, it's x cubed, that's why I write it x cubed divided by 2. But x times this, x to the 5, do I need to write it? Yes or no? No. Why? Because it's fourth order, it's not the fifth order. And then you multiply this one, you don't need to write this. And then x cubed times this, x to the 5, do I need to write? No. X cubed times x to the 4, do I need to write? No, because it's x to the 7. And then this one, multiply this one, no, you don't need to write. So you only need 1 of x to the 4. And this one is equal to 1 minus x cubed plus o x to the 4. And then this is minus. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite it again. 1 minus x cubed divided by 2 plus o x to the 4. Look, from, if you don't understand from here to here, just watch the previous videos. I explained this. So it's easy. Now you understand. Okay, exercise 8 finished. See you on the next video. Bye bye.